So before we jump in, I do the live walkthrough of the report. I'm just going to show you the breakdown here. So you'll see there's a couple of tabs up there. So we have one landing page, device source, second page, exit page, gender, age, and device and browser. And you'll see that the metric groups here are based on sessions, bounce rate, transactions, and e-commerce conversion rate. So if you have e-commerce set up, this will be the way it works out of the box when you download the report that I've shared through the link with you. If you don't have e-commerce set up, you just need to change the goals. So be whatever goal is relevant for you to look at. I'd say look both at the number of completions of the goals and look at the conversion rate, because you have to be a little bit careful with small sample sizes. So if you see a certain conversion rate, it makes a lot of sense to know what that is based on. So you know if you have a decent sample size or what you're looking at is so small that it's not really meaningful. If you're looking at stuff under, well, that's always, a good question. But if you're looking at something under 100 conversions, I'd be really careful. And ideally, you would want a lot more of that in every single sample. Not everybody has that luxury, though. I'm just going to go through now and just show you the dimension drill downs here real quick. So with the first one here, it starts with landing page. So you know which landing page you're looking for. You pick that landing page. And then when you click through, you'll get an overview of device category and source medium. And I'll show you that in more detail in just a second. The next tab here is a second page and exit page. With this one, I'll start you off with device category. Then you'll go to landing page. And when you pick the landing page and click it, then you can go in and see the next page that people go to and where they exit. So I use this a lot because that's one of my main questions, is what happens after people get to the landing page? Where do they go? What do they do? So having the second page kind of helps you get a better understanding of that, and there's some signal value in there. Does everybody go to pricing? Well, then pricing is probably important. Does everybody go, or do a lot of users go to the home page? Maybe they're looking for more information about you, and so on. Are they actually clicking the links you want them to click? And then also the exit page, which kind of helps you understand where they end their journey. Gender and age, again, I'll start you off on device category. Again, these days, it's so important to segment between devices because there is a lot of difference between them. Then you go to landing page, obviously, because that's the one we're looking at, and then you can get into gender and age. So looking at gender and age, I'd say is often important. It gives you a better impression of who you're talking to here, who you're marketing to. And if you're a consultant, for example, this can be really helpful when you start an optimization project. Just having a little bit better image in your mind of who you're trying to reach. And I've gotten some big surprises lately with some clients I've been working for, where I had an assumption in my head about who was, for example, buying on mobile. And in one of the cases, I had an assumption that it was like, a lot of young people. And it actually turned out in that case that even the people buying through mobile, most revenue was actually generated from women of the age of 55 to 65. So that was like a big surprise for me. And it was very, very helpful, because that also means that when I want to do, if I want to do, interviews with people in the right target audience, or I want to do usability testing, then I have actually a really good idea of who I should ask, so we can get an accurate understanding. Device and browser. Well, this stuff is more exploratory. Again, it helps you understand like which browsers are people using, what view is it, if you're going to do any Q&A testing, if you're going to do usability testing, and so on. It's important to know like which view people have. And also this helps you find potential bugs and errors. So with that custom report, basically you can go through that, I'd say in 10 minutes. You could go through in less, depending on how many times you've used it. So what I'm saying here is it gives you, this is kind of just a sniper tactic, I'd say. You can go in, you can just find the landing page you want to look at. When you go through these tabs and write down what you see, then you'll in no time have gained a lot of insight. You'll know the overall landing page performance. You'll know the overall device performance. You'll know the overall browser performance. You'll have stats on traffic, conversion rate, transactions, and bounce rate. You'll have insight on how different sources are performing on that landing page. You'll know where people go after they hit the landing page. You know how they exit the website after they land on the landing page. You'll have a good idea of conversion rate performance across gender and age. So you have all of a sudden very clear idea of the conversion scenario. You'll also have maybe spotted potential bugs by going through different browsers on different devices.